What about immigration status? So, let's say someone's green card or they're here illegally or any of a number of scenarios that immigration status. How does criminal charges or sentencing or plea deal affect their immigration status?
Sure. So another step in the intake, as part of our intake process here, is also, knowing whether the client is a United States citizen, or whether they are here on a green card, or as a permanent resident, or whether they're here illegally and they have no status. The consequences of answering a plea of guilt or becoming convicted of a crime could cause deportation, or could hold up a client from obtaining citizenship. So now there are certain situations where immigration customs enforcement could lodge a detainer, could detain you if you've been charged with a crime, where the client would go through the immigration law process if they're charged with a crime. So we see that a lot too. So it's very important that an attorney knows from the outset of representation what the client's status is. In fact, I would say this too: when a client pleads guilty and that client is answering questions in a document to make sure they fully understand the ramifications of pleading guilty, one of the questions is, are you a United States citizen? And it might sound like a very invasive question, but if the client pleads guilty and does not know that the guilty plea could affect their status, then that's not a voluntarily given guilty plea. So we ask that question at the beginning of representation, during representation, and at the end of representation. Very, very important.